We all know that education is important. I mean, Warren Buffett once said, the more you learn, the more you earn. And in today's video, I want to find out whether or not his statement is actually true, or is it a little outdated?
By far the best investment you can make is in yourself.
See, if I could go back in time to my younger self when I was in school, I would ask the following questions. Where do I focus majority of my energy to make as much money as possible in the future? See, when it comes to traditional education, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan. I think schools for the most part are a scam, and once you've learned how to read, write and count, that's pretty much all you need to know. And I don't think university is good for you either because they focus far more on the theory as opposed to the real practical skills you need to learn. Matter of fact, I think it makes more sense for you guys to skip A-levels, college or university, get yourself an apprenticeship, or dare I even say work for free for a while. You'll get further much faster learning on the job and gaining real experience, as opposed to reading books and doing exams that, let's be honest, only test your memory. Now of course, there are quite a few jobs that do require a degree, such as doctors, lawyers, engineers and so on. However, if your goal in life is to make as much money as possible for you and your family, I don't think university is the best way to go. So first things first, let's talk about money. In my opinion, it is so important for all of you to learn how to make and save money. And just as important that people usually forget is how to manage it also. I genuinely believe if more people knew how to manage their money correctly, this country would be in a much better state. And there would be a lot less people relying on paycheck to paycheck and putting everything on credit cards. I mean, think about it. Wouldn't it be great if school taught us how to make our first $1,000? Imagine if they told us the different ways that you can make money, whether it would be getting a full-time job or potentially a side hustle. There is so much to learn, and the only people that were ever able to teach us this is our parents. And if our parents have a history of managing their finances poorly, then chances are those lack of skills will be transferred onto you. See, when it comes to managing your finances, I really wish I was taught this 15 years ago, because life for me right now would be very different. Because instead of learning about Irish history, arts and crafts or religious studies, I should have been learning about money instead, because those subjects I just mentioned have been completely useless to me in the real life once I finished school. I really wish our schools would focus on things that really matter. Hence why I'm doing this video right now. I believe school has failed us all, so if they're not going to teach us, I guess YouTube is going to be the next best thing. Now this next subject I want to talk about is massive, because if you know how to use it, it will allow you to increase your earning potential substantially. However, if you don't, it may replace you one day, and that is AI. See, I think every single one of you watching this video right now should be spending at least an hour a week learning about AI. I'll be honest, I'm learning about it every single day, because hopefully one day I can apply it to my own business and therefore make more money. Now, if you're one of those people that would just sit back and relax and not worry about it at all, I promise you guys, you will be left behind. There will either be people that know more than you and can work more efficiently, or you will just be replaced completely. The thing to do right now is, after watching this video, dedicate yourself some time every single day all week to learn about AI and how it can help you on your business, your job, or your side hustle. And once again, this will never be taught in school, will it? Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is probably one of the most important skills that every single one of us needs to learn. I don't care how old you are, what do you do for a living, or whether or not you even like it or not. And that is sales. See, a lot of you watching this video may not like sales because it implies negativity in your mind. You may be thinking that you're forcing people to buy something that they don't really want. And who knows, when I say sales, you may even think of Jordan Belfort from the movie Wolf of Wall Street, who made millions tricking rich people buying into stocks that had no value. However, that's not what I'm talking about here. To me, what I just described is manipulation, not sales. To me, sales is simple and much more positive. Sales is about identifying your customers, figuring out their needs and desires, and then promoting your product or service in a compelling way. Your job as a salesperson is to provide the customer with all the necessary information so then they can make an educated decision whether they want it or not. Think about selling as telling someone on what you have to offer. You really don't need to manipulate and lie to people to get them to buy into things they don't really like. And once again, it is an essential skill because whether you like it or not, it is used on a daily basis. This could be in the form of an interview where you have to present yourself and speak about everything you have to offer. Now let's speak about where can you learn more about sales. See, what really helps me are videos and podcasts, but if you can take the time to read a book, then I would recommend Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. Now, the next thing that I think we should have all been taught in school is how to handle stress and emotions in general. I mean, think about it. Remember how much stress you went through a few days leading up to your exams? Why did they not teach us how to handle these emotions? Chances are, if we were less stressed, we would have done much better in our exams. See, stress and other emotions play a key role in all of our decision making. Studies have shown that emotions play a key part in how we process information, the choices we make, and the actions we take. And if you're feeling happy, then you'll put far more emphasis on the positive side of the outcome. Also, we can all relate to this. But when you're feeling angry, don't you ever find yourself making impulsive decisions that you may regret later down the line? Having control over these emotions, or at least being aware of them, will help you in your decision making. And that's a fact. See, when you're calm and collected and your judgment isn't impaired, you can calculate your risk and reward correctly and making the decision that you won't regret later on. Also, what about productivity and distraction? And boy, do we have a lot of those these days. If only we were taught how to effectively eliminate those distractions so we could get more done without being addicted to social media and needing to check our phones every 10 minutes. If only I was taught back when I was 16 the importance of goal setting. See, every day right now I wake up to a to-do list. And I understand this may not sound like fun to you, and I didn't like it in the beginning either. But once I got into the habit of it, of goal setting, to-do list, it was a game changer. My productivity went through the roof because I woke up with a clear mind and a list of everything that needs to be done that day. And by building those daily habits, I focus far more on what needs to be done as opposed to thinking, have I forgotten something? See, if school won't teach us these important and dare I say vital skills, then we have to look elsewhere. That's why I will continue making these YouTube videos to provide you with as much value as possible and teaching you all of the things that, let's be honest, we should have been taught in school. If you're interested in learning more about making money, then you have to watch this next video where I talk about the 5 best and quite unique side hustles for you to make as much money as possible.